What's up, everyone? It's always a good day when you start a new day of War of the Visions. So let's get started. And as we all know, today is the day we get Sterne to LB4. But before that, let's do our normal summon and our material summon. I already did the video summons off camera. I know you guys don't really want to see another Raid Shadow Legends ad. And we can skip this. I'm not particularly looking for anything here. Just want to make sure I get all the free stuff that's coming to me. So I just wanted to make sure to do that. And of course the normal summon, I'll just skip animation. Alright, out of that, I guess Helena, I'll take it. Shitsul's almost done. And I didn't want to say his name like that because that probably messes up the YouTube algorithm. So, oh well, it happens. All right, so before we do anything, actually let's go to the gifts and pick up our Winter's End tokens. So actually we're gonna be able to finish off Sterne without even having to do his hard quest for today. And I guess I could do that later. And of course, here's the video summon results. So now let's go to the Mog Shop real quick and pick up our Lunar New Year tokens, tickets. Oh, actually before that, I should just go into the shop and pick up the other Winter's End tokens, cash in the turtles, get the Winter's End tokens, and of course our free potion. Bam. Okay. And then really quick, just let me check what's in the shop. This, I think I have maxed. In terms of recipes, I don't need Ice Lance. I need to double check this at some point, but I think we should be fine. All right, let's get started by going to the summon, and let's summon our Lunar New Year shards. So basically we're just hoping for anything that's not a repeat. And even if it is a repeat, at least we'll get medals for it. Let's see what we get. Corset upgrades. Trousseau, I'll take it. Frederica, I haven't finished her off, so I'll take it. This card I recently just got, so that's good. Miranda, she's very low, so I guess I'll take it. Rob, I'm not really working on him, but I'll take it. And the luck card. I feel like that card is about to awaken soon to 3rd star or so. But I don't primarily use that. I don't really have an evade team. I kind of do, but I kind of haven't really been trying to have an evade team. So let's get to our main attraction and buy our Sterne shards. I was already in the menu and I clicked into it again, but it doesn't matter. We are getting to 160 Sterne shards. So you know what that means? It's time to limit break him to LB4. But before I do that, I will awaken him to max if I have enough materials. I should have enough fragments, but I gotta make sure I have enough of these little soul things. Alright, so now that he's fully awakened, let's take a screenshot of that. Okay, thank you, BlueStacks. And now we will LB4 him. Another screenshot in order. And look at that. Potential level 89. We have our Sterne up and running, essentially. He's not going to be perfect, but he's going to be in business. He's going to be usable. So very excited about that. So let's see what we have. I was farming these last night. I guess I didn't get to, I was trying to get to 150, but I guess I didn't make it. So I would want him to get to level 12 on his main job. And we're not using any soldiers' memories, so I'll just push that through. I want to at least get him to yellow, if possible. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I might as well just take him all the way to 12. So 12 is going to be the max as long as he's on LB4, which is fine. So I get Congo, and I don't have enough to... Actually, there is one place where I could get a few more purple tokens. There's actually two places, but there's one easy place to get them, and that's in the Ox Metal shop. And while we're here, we might as well get this. That's 25 and 25 more gill snappers. I don't, well, maybe I'll take some growth eggs. I'm probably not going to do this daily though, and I definitely won't do that at a mine time because you can get those for free in the book quests. So in general, I have an abundance of adamantine. Growth eggs are kind of on the fence, but that's mostly because I don't really upgrade my vision cards until I need to use them. So I end up kind of saving a lot of those. And let's also go to the ephemeral metals. It looks like that today is the last day for this. So maybe I will max out on this. And since I have so much left over, I'm gonna get some pots. I probably should have been doing the pots daily, but you know, I digress. I don't really know what I want from this. I probably actually do want some magicite. And I probably want these materials, but I will check later to see what materials I need for the fist weapon. I forget what it's called right now, but the MR fist weapon for Raldor. So let's go back to our Sterne. Our ruined Sterne, of course. And let's finish him off in terms of purple, hopefully. Okay, so we at least are able to finish him off for purple. So that's great because now we can unlock his abilities. All right, let's see. We have 13,000 JP. I think what I'm gonna do is go for the, well, actually, let me go for the main job abilities. Get those as quickly as I can. And I might be missing one on the bottom. Oh, actually I have it. So let's get those. And then I'm going to focus on the stat ones, because those stats actually start making a difference, especially luck. I noticed a while back on, I think it was actually Midlight's Deep. It wasn't the tower, that the dex and luck and whatnot actually affect your accuracy. So I want to make sure his accuracy is as 100% as possible. Ooh, C's AP is definitely a very good attack, so I want to have that. Yeah, I want to have his accuracy as high as possible, because I'd rather be making sure I hit at least the normal hits. I know that there's evade teams that kind of lower your accuracy, but I want to at least make sure I'm hitting the normal hits, because if you don't hit your normal hit, then whatever high attack you have doesn't actually matter. So I just want to make sure I have that. Okay, now that I got all the stat ones, I'm pretty sure, Let's get all the abilities. Devotion is gonna, I guess it's gonna be good. I don't know. I'm not super familiar with his stuff, but I will get familiar with it over the next coming days. Now that he's essentially up and running, I'll be able to use all his stuff. So I'll cancel that for now. So I'll be able to familiarize myself with that a little bit more. So just kind of off the top, I know Blade Soul is good for speed and evasion, is it? Or attack, yeah, attack. Acquired AP up is probably good, but I don't want to have that as the basic situation. Evasion up, I'm not sure if I want to have that as the basic situation. Significantly raises attack and lowers all attack resistance. So it obviously seems like he's a glass cannon with evadey type moves. So actually, I guess I already upgraded some of these skills, support skills. So that's, I think, what I will go with. Whatever raises his attack, I'll use that as a baseline. And, you know, in specific situations, I will use stuff like acquired AP up and evasion up. And, you know, third eye would help for that evasion. Murderous Glare raises slash attack, so that's probably what I'm going to keep as the default. Chance of raising on evasion rate stackable to 3 times. So that seems like it's a little bit better than third eye. It's actually, and raises CT, so it's actually slightly better. So I guess this is probably what I would go with if I was to be building him for evasion. Okay, so we have him up and running. He is all set to go. This is great. All right, I'm super happy about that. So right now, all I need to do, he's got proficiency with weapons and armor, so I have to raise his accessory, and then I just have to raise his level. So actually, let me check real quick how his resonance is doing. I think I have him on Odin. So level 4 with Odin. So I'm not gonna rush to level him up with any kind of urgency, just because he still needs to get resonance. So what I'll do is I'll just throw him on the resonance team and kind of just let him do his thing. So, you know, I'll do the hard quest, but I think instead of doing that on camera today, what I'll do is kind of just go over how I'm farming for the platinum bow. And this has kind of been my strategy with the brutal quest. So I guess typically what people do is they kind of come up with an auto team to kind of just complete it. Unfortunately, myself and I know some others don't necessarily have an auto team. So I have a team that can beat it on auto, but they're not necessarily the most reliable or the most stable. So I can't really leave it overnight farming. So what I end up doing is actually I'll just set them up on auto, and then I'll actually just throw on a companion. Now, you would think that if they can sometimes beat it on auto, that just having any companion would help, but that's not the case. Some companions don't work. Even if it's a good companion, it doesn't always work. So usually I go with one of my friends has a little Leela, and I just go with that. So I don't see her. Let's check on the wind and see if she's on there. Okay, here's a little Leela. So we'll just hop on that one and we'll let that run. So in general, I think a healer / tank kind of does it. There's been times where I pick somebody's Ruined Sterne and it doesn't work. And even if it's, you know, I know little Leela has been somewhat reliable, but she's still it still fails even using her as part of it. So let me set my BlueStacks to, I literally just reinstalled this because I was using the 32-bit large virtual memory version, and that wasn't really working for me. So I just reinstalled it on the standard 32-bit version, and now I kind of just have to reset my settings, I guess. So we're just gonna let this run. The funny thing is, on manual, this is like super easy because Glaciella is actually like super good. What I do is I just go after Ildira. You know, I go after this group on the bottom right, and my main target is Ildira because Ildira just kind of starts to heal and starts to do ridiculous stuff like this. And so to me, I think it's just better if I get rid of her as soon as possible. Looks like everybody's here on the left side, which is kind of not how I want this to run. I would prefer everyone to kind of go towards the right side and heal whoever's in trouble. Ildira's kind of like my real healer, and I have Grace. Grace is kind of like not really up to par, so I don't really expect much out of her. And right now, Kane should really go for this, for his LB over here, his limit burst. Here we go. Okay. See, I think that's why little Leela ends up working, because she'll kind of just step back and say, hey, people need to heal. So she'll come back and heal everyone. I don't know what Grace is kind of doing. She's kind of up front like a crazy person. She should not be up front at all. And that's kind of the reason that I'm using Grace, is because most of my healers are actually secondary job healers. So there's Salir, there's KelThaFunkee, there's Phoebe. And the problem that ends up happening is that their AI prefers to use attacking moves. And so if they're within the range of an enemy, they'll just attack. If they're far enough back, they'll heal, but if they're within range, they'll just go and start attacking, which is not what I want. And so here's the second annoying person of this map. It would be Helena. The reason she's so annoying is because of that. She'll quicken Elde, and he'll get two like really strong attacks in. And basically, between all these people, they basically just focus down on Ildira, and even though she's actually pretty tanky, they're able to just destroy her. And here's what I'm saying about their enemy, the enemy Ildira, is that she'll actually start healing, and it gets really annoying because all of a sudden they have all this sustainability that I really don't want them to have. So hopefully, I don't actually pay attention to this very often, but hopefully Glaciella and Ramada should kill Ildira, and it doesn't seem like they're doing that. Okay, so that's definitely a benefit of having little Leela. She has that full life. I think I just unlocked the full life on Grace, but she seems to be very slow, so she's not necessarily going to pull it off. And it looks like Helena mistimed the quicken, so she did it before Elde had a chance to take a turn, which is good because that means that Ildira will survive a little bit longer, and guess not, she's down. So that's kind of another thing about this, is eventually I will have to raise everyone's brave back up, but it's kind of the price you pay, because otherwise I would need to be manually doing this, and it's no good. So another thing is, I generally used to just run these equipment quests on multi, and just kind of join and press ready while it was going, while I was doing something else. But now they've gotten the idea that, oh yeah, let's put a brutal quest for everything and give the brutal quest, the decent drop rates. So you kind of almost have to run the Brutal Quest or spend a crap ton of energy running the normal one. So I'd rather not use up my potions like that and just do it this way. So, random thing, Grace doesn't have any good support skills, but are currently for how I have her set up. But she does have March of the Saints, so for whatever reason on this map, we have a bunch of people that can Doom. And that's kind of the one, not that it really helps that much, but at least she will never be doomed. And she'll be able, like, as long as she seems to sustain herself pretty well. So as long as she kind of sustains herself, she'll be able to keep healing. And I guess since we're in a good position now, and since we still have little Leela, I don't want BlueStacks to crash. We still have little Leela over here, so she's gonna keep healing, and she's gonna be between her and Grace. I think they're gonna be out healing Ildira, so I think that's kind of why picking little Leela as the companion works. So basically, this is what I'll be doing. BlueStacks is a little laggy here, but I'll either be running it on my phone or on my iPad, and I'll just, I'll just let it do its thing. This map kind of takes a long time, so whenever I hear the victory song, I kind of just say, oh, okay, time for a new one. Which is essentially what I would do if I was running the multi. So I'm doing essentially the same thing. The reason I have BlueStacks set up with the large memory 32-bit version is because I did want to eventually get it to auto farm, but it kind of just gives me all sorts of issues. So I haven't really gotten the confidence in leaving it on auto, but I'm hoping to eventually get to that point, so I don't have to. So I could keep up with all these people with the equipment stuff and not fall behind and not have to like actively be there doing anything. Even though I'm kind of just actively whenever it kind of finishes, I actively just, companion, bam, send it. So, as you can see, I actually got 2, so that's actually really good. I think I got like 1 or 2 other ones between today and whenever I last mentioned having around 20. So I'm at the halfway point to getting to 48. 48's the number you need when you have a +3. All right, so I think I'll leave it here. I don't really have much else to talk about that I can think of right off the bat. Maybe I'll go into the missions and just kind of collect what I have so far, kind of see where I'm at with stuff. Okay. Collect the event tokens. Alright, so yeah, the guild battle. I think I actually forgot to do my guild battle last night. And apparently I didn't collect from the chocobos. Okay, so let me just do that. And I think I'll just end it there. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's see if we got anything good. No. Yeah, I think actually somebody mentioned that that's bugged, and I'm actually up to whatever royal rank gives you a second expedition, and they're saying that the second expedition, I think after reset time, it doesn't necessarily reset or something like that. So you end up not having as much stuff in the morning when you wake up. So, that's fine. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Leave any comments down below. I ordered the HDMI thing. It should be on the way soon. There's cats at my window. The HDMI thing should be here soon, so hopefully I should be able to do better with that. But it seems like BlueStacks actually behaved itself today, so that should be good. Alright guys, thanks for watching.